Yeah, so to start this episode, I know we kind of briefly introduced ourselves last episode, but just kind of touching on before we jump into it, what heartbreak means to us. So just everyone giving our own definition of heartbreak before we get started. So we can start with Mark.
My definition of heartbreak is like literally feeling your heart like literally break. Like I was telling my students, like if you take a piece of paper and you rip it up to 1,000 pieces and you try to put it back together, that's really the heartbreak is to me. It's like feel you really just feel your heart break.
Yeah, so 1,000 million pieces. That's the heartbreak, ripping the paper up. But
Hmm.
I go,
Interesting.
I go, I go. I'm trying to think of. I should have thought about it before I even said it, but I guess my definition of heartbreak. I mean, just love that just really don't got nowhere to go. Like 'cause when you lose a person, like I guess it's a natural thing, so it's something we kind of have to just we all just kind of realize has to happen. But like with heartbreak, it's like love that just wasn't supposed to like just stop loving. That's what it felt like to me.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like that feeling when you just sitting by yourself or you around somebody and you feel this overwhelming urge to cry, and it doesn't matter how badly you try to tell
Mm,
yourself we ain't gonna cry. You end up crying from your soul, like that point where ain't nothing coming out. And for me, it's
yeah,
always God, I don't want to love nobody. Take all the love away. I don't care about none of that. Make my heart cold. Like for me, that's what it is. And I feel like that. I don't care who it is. Like I felt like that with my dad. So for me, like that's heartbreak in and of itself. And God, I just want to be cold and heartless type thing.
that's
All
the
right.
best one, low key. Like I mean, that you talking about the cry where it's
And
like nothing initiates it. Nothing's happening right now. Your own thoughts, your own soul just
yeah,
make you start crying. Yeah.
It's good
yeah,
to cry though. It's good to cry. Like shit. Sometimes I just cry just because it's just like you got to get it out. Most people like, oh man, you're not a man if you don't cry, or you're not a woman if you don't cry. I'm
yeah,
like, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry.
yeah,
Like,
Yeah, it just sometimes you be feeling real pitiful sometimes. It be
right.
like, dang,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I
I ain't
just
gonna
try
lie.
to chill.
I bust out in tears at work because I was hurt. I was like, oh no, that's how I knew it was
Yeah,
real. Because when I
Yeah.
bust out in tears at work, man,
Mm. That's
yeah,
why I like my heart be broken. I like to go to church. I just be in there crying. Ain't nobody gonna ask why they gonna
yeah,
think you crying because like everything that's going on. Like, yeah, we'll go with that, but nah, that ain't why I'm crying.
right,
right.
right,
Yeah.
right.
'Cause if you tell somebody from church that you crying over heartbreak, oh, they be so disgusted. Like that's
Man,
why I just keep it to myself. Like, yeah, they don't like to hear.
I don't want to hear that you praying for me. I want to hear that God can love me better. Like I ain't trying to hear none of that. I already know. I ain't trying to hear none of that because right now I'm low key salty that God me get my heart broken. So I don't be trying to hear none of that.
Yeah,
And I hate when people be like, "You can't question God or you can't be mad at God. He big enough. He can take it." Like
Uh,
if
man.
I'm talk to anybody, I'd rather talk to God about it and be angry than spaz out on somebody who has nothing to do with why I'm hurt in the first place.
right.
Yeah, and I mean, for y'all, what do you feel like beyond the mental effects? What are some physical like effects that come from heartbreak? Y'all think?
Um, Honestly, for me, like I get like a real bad headache, but
Mm-hmm.
late, like when I cry myself to sleep, literally. So then I wake up, my face is swollen, everything is puffy, and my kids be like, "Ma, you been crying?" Sometimes I want to lie, be like, "Nah, it's my allergies," but they know, like,
Yeah,
like crying or not. So for me, that's what it is. And then it's like I've noticed that I'm an emotional eater. So sometimes I'll be like, they don't
yeah,
want to eat. Their heart is broken. While I'm crying, I want to eat. But when I'm finished crying, now I'm hungry. Like, so
yeah,
for me,
Yeah.
I don't know. I know that's not healthy, but it's just the way it just shows up for me.
Lately for me, I got about the eating stuff. Lately, I've been like eating Skittles for some reason. It got to be the. It's like the blue pack of Skittles. Like I've been
yeah,
having that ever since my heart been broken. Like a pack of Skittles every day.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
then it'd be like the crying, of course. Then the lack of sleep and the lack of focus. So
Mhm.
that's what it is for me.
Yeah, for me it's been Twix for some reason. So that I'm glad it's not just me because I never really like had Twix for real. But yeah, I've been getting like a pack. I noticed that like every day or burn or
Yeah.
burners too. But yeah, really heavy on the focus. The sleep for real. Ha have y'all had a hard time adjusting to like going from sleeping with someone every single day, whether it's sexual or not, just someone else being in the bed to like now sleeping by yourself?
Yeah, heck yeah, bro. Because it's like, me and my ex, we had a routine. Like when I got off work, she'd be right there with me. So I knew like every time when she used to come over, like, okay, we about to do this X, Y, and Z. Now it's just like I'm doing Y, Z, and X all backwards. Because you're not there. And it's like
Mhm.
it's hard. But now like I'm getting adjusted to it. Now it's like, okay, I still have my pillow at night thinking it was her, but still now it's just like, okay, I'm gonna get better day by day.
Yeah. So for me, by the time I like actually left my ex alone 100%, I had more peace when I was sleeping next to him. The only thing I missed was like we would watch movies together. So he would text me and he'd be like, "Hey, this new movie coming out. Don't watch it with nobody else. Don't watch it without me." So like that would be our thing, and that's what I missed. But sleeping next to him, like, nah, I couldn't do that anymore.
Mm, I feel that. Yeah, I mean, I guess really saying, I mean, it really depends. But some nights it'd be pretty tough. Just because it'd be like the routine, like you said, breaking your routine is kind of like for some people it can really throw you off because now you losing your focus, from losing your routine, you losing your day. So, I feel that for real. But what's something, because like the biggest thing for me, I've noticed it's certain things I can look at that automatically just make me think of somebody or think of something. What are some things that have nothing to do with your ex or like obviously don't include them? But what are some things that you can look at that automatically make you think of just somebody from the past that you just know a random thing?
Uh, for me, I have to say, ooh, a restaurant, a restaurant. Like even if I go there by myself, I'd be like, man, me and my ex used to do this. It's just like it's just always restaurants or food. Because my
Yeah.
ex, she put me on a lot of food that I normally probably wouldn't eat. So anytime
Mm-hmm.
I think about it, I'd be like, man, my ex told me this.
Yeah. For me,
Mm.
um, the music was a huge musician. We're both singers or whatever. So if I hear like a new song that makes me think of him, I would like usually send it, be like, this made me think of you. And then he would do the same. So it's that. And like when I need stuff done around the house in my car that a man would usually do, like it would be stuff like that. Or hearing him cut my own grass and stuff. He was gonna do it and want me cutting the grass. So it would be stuff like that. But
Yeah.
oh man, like it's just tough. Like it's a tough adjustment to be like, Dad, you ain't here no more. But now I gotta think of you even more than I did when I knew you were around. Like that's
Right.
Yeah,
That's why
nah.
it's so hard to move on. That's why, like I said, that moving on stuff is so hard. Like you hear from your friends, your family, and everything. It's hard to move on because okay, yeah, we can move on for 2 months, 3 months, whatever, but I'm still gonna think about the person no matter if I at a
mm-hmm.
restaurant, if I matter I'm listening to music, because it's like me used to listen to that.
Yeah.
Bro, like everything, like, and yeah, that's been the biggest thing. I mean, for me, it would be really for food because we were big foodies, but like specific food. So like I went to brunch with my parents, and it was like a brunch item that she would get, like that.
Hmm.
I it was something that it's like if the brunch place don't got that, like we ain't going. So like they had it, and just be like, bro, like just
Yeah.
looking
Right.
at that, looking at the name of the food, thinking like, oh, she would like this. Lost my whole appetite. Folks looking like, what's wrong with dog? I'm like, bro,
Right.
it's straight, bro. But no, like stuff like that, specific shows, because it's like me, I don't really watch nothing by myself but like stand up and stuff like that. Like anything that has like a storyline, I like to watch with people because I like to see how people react,
Mhm.
especially, my significant other. So for me, it was like everything I was watching with her. So it's like I don't even got shit to watch because it's like I'm not about to turn that on because it's like
Yeah.
that's gonna fuck me up more. So it's like
Right.
shows, specific food, shit. I mean, anything like something that they put you on for real, like because you said that when they put you on the food, Man, she put me on so much food too, so I definitely have
Right.
to food.
So
I
how
got
do
a question for y'all.
Mm.
I got a question. Do you guys think that y'all ex still think about y'all?
yeah, yeah,
Mm. Potentially. I don't know if it's good thoughts, but some thoughts probably.
yeah.
Okay. I thought I was the only one because I be thinking like, like I said, me and my ex been on this no contact since February 7th. But it'd be like, I wonder if she's still thinking about me. I
You
wonder
got
like
the date.
this. Yeah, I got the date. I ain't gonna lie
I
to you.
feel that, gang. I feel it too, gang. You
I
said
be
the
thinking
date
like,
and
damn,
everything.
yeah. I'd be like, is she thinking about me? This and that. It's like, you learn something from me too. Also, like I learned something from you. So if you take that to your next relationship, and I'm gonna take it to my next relationship, of course, I just be thinking like, how she think about me for real.
Yeah. So do
Why do you
y'all?
think that?
You said what?
I was gonna say, why do you think? And I feel like I have my own answer, but why do you think that you're thinking that? Like, why do you think you care if she's thinking about you?
It's like a 50-50. It's because it's like you said that you loved me in the beginning. Now we broken up. Now we now on this no contact. Was it really real? Are you really thinking about me, or was it like my cousin used to ask me, Jay? You got to ask her this: do she love you what you can do, or do she love you for you? And I had to think about that. Like I used to do so much, so much, but then when we stopped talking, you don't reach out, you don't do none of that. So I felt like you only love me for what I did.
I was waiting on you to say something like that. I was like, wonder how it gonna take Jay to mention not hearing from that ex when y'all broken
Oh,
up.
yeah. I mean, it ain't gonna lie. It gets to me. It gets to me because actually today, like I said, we had a split up job. So with the job that she had now, I'm the one that got her in there. So make a long story short, one of my friends that still worked there, she texted me and she was like, "You need to check on such and such." I don't want to say her name. I'm like, "What's going on?" She gained weight and she looking very depressed. And the person inside of me is like, "Damn, Jamar, you need to reach out." And then the other side in the back, I'm like, "Hell no, don't reach out. She ain't never reached out to you, and you was crying or moping." But she told me like, "No man should have a." I should. She was like, "It's very childish of you to say that I'm your safe space as a man. You need to go get you a therapy dog." She told me that. I said, "Wow," and I'll be like, so in the back of my when I said that again to myself today, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna reach out to her because I'm probably say some off the wall shit like that. But they said my ex is very depressed. I don't know what she depressed about. I'm not saying it's me. I don't know what it is.
Mm.
So
Hmm.
that's why I really care. Like, did she think about me? If that's the answer, y'all wouldn't.
I mean, so would you prefer for her to be happy and moved on, or would you prefer her to be sad every day, crying about you and misery?
No, I want her to be happy, just like me. Like if you would have talked to me 2 months ago, I was miserable. I was crying. I was moping. Didn't want to go to work. Didn't want to eat. Now I can honestly say that I'm happy. I'm happy right now because like I love myself. I found out who I am as a person.
Mm.
So I want her to do the same thing. And, I pray for her every day. So she should be all right. I know I'm all right. I ain't gonna, the person that got me through this is Rob Wave. I listen to a lot of Rob Wave. That's who got
Mm.
me through all this. That's my boy.
Is he kind of chunky?
Yeah, you don't know Rob Wave? Come on now, T.
My
Yeah.
kid listening to him, and I looked up. It was some song that came on Apple Music. I don't know what it was, but I like it, and I looked him up, and I was like, "Oh, he is so cute." Because I got a chunky guys. My kids were like, "Why are you listening to him?" I said, "I don't even know who dude is. He was just cute, and I listened to his song, so I just started putting a bunch of them on my playlist."
Yes,
So
Rob Wave. Rob Wave. He's the only rapper. People be like, "Oh, he's soft. He talk about his feelings." He the only rapper that I know that really talk about real life stuff that goes
yeah,
on with heartbreaks and all that. And I can relate to that because it's really true. That's really what's going on in the world. Like I said last time we was talking, this generation is weird, bro, of dating. It's so
Yeah.
weird, and it's like it makes people like, oh,
Yeah.
all the generation know is break up with this person, don't work it out, move on to the next one.
mm-hmm.
No, I wish the generation would learn like, okay, even if it don't work out, stick it out because it's not a. It's, God only made one of you. If you go try to find that person, it's not gonna be the same. Because every ex double back. We all know that. Every ex double back. May not be tomorrow, may not be next year. They're gonna come back because they're gonna realize what they got. They gonna find it
So
in
what?
the next person.
What you mean when you say stick it out? Like stick it out in that relationship?
Stick it out. I mean, if it's like domestic and violent, yeah, by all means, get the fuck on. But
Yeah,
if it's
yeah.
like something like cheating or this and that little petty thing, stick it out, work it out.
You think
You talk about a little petty stuff. She didn't have a little petty,
I
bro.
mean, like with my, I put my experience right there. Like with me, the reason why I think it went left because, like I told y'all, I lied in the beginning. I lied about who I really was and my true intention. My true intention for her wasn't here. But then more and more, we and her started kicking and hanging. I'm like, oh man, see me, I got feelings abandonment issues. Like I get catch feelings for somebody quick.
mm-hmm.
So it wasn't even about that. Like it wasn't about the sex. It wasn't about none of that. It was about her company and how she made me feel as a person. Because my last relationship, well, I was married. My last marriage, I didn't enjoy it. I was with her for 7 years, didn't enjoy it. I wasn't even happy. I was cheating on her. I'm like, God, what more do I need to do for her to leave me? But she kept staying around
So why don't you leave her?
because I don't like to leave people. I don't like to leave people. I can't. Like even if my homeboys or somebody do me wrong, I'm still gonna be like the person that's still gonna come around you because I don't like to leave nobody. I
Yeah.
don't like to. I don't like to say,
That's
all
when
right,
you
I'm
like,
done.
just break up with her and stay your friend.
Who my ex-wife?
Yeah.
Because I didn't, like I said, like I didn't really enjoy her, bro. Like I
But I'm
couldn't do
saying,
it
I
because
mean,
she.
well, because I'm trying, because you say you don't want to leave her, so I guess I was like, well, why didn't you want to leave her then?
I mean, I did. I mean, I was showing her that I wanted to leave by cheating and doing all this other stuff. I was showing like, but no, but she stuck around. Like I'm not gonna sit here and bash her. She held me down when I was fucked up when I was down to my knuckles. But she didn't make me happy like my ex did. My ex showed me my value and my worth. That's why I was like so heartbroken over this. Because I remember my ex-wife, she was like, "How you heartbroken over her? But when I broke up with you, you wasn't nothing." I was like, "Because I didn't love you. That's the honest to God truth. I did not love you."
How y'all get
Wow.
married?
That's a hard truth to accept.
How
It
y'all
is.
get
Yeah, like I
married?
did. I got married because she wanted to get married, bro. She wanted to get married, and I was like, you know what? To make her happy, let's do it, bro. We got married downtown Detroit with nobody there, bro. You know what's so crazy, Jay? After I got married, bro, I went straight to work. I went straight to work, bro. After the wedding little thing, I was like, I'm going to work because I wasn't happy, bro. Like, no,
Wow.
I wasn't.
Dang, that's
And
why.
yeah, and like I said, like piggyback to what I said about my last relationship with my ex. Now I lied to her. I never told her I was married. I told her I was single, and I kept that lie going on for 5.5 months. That I was single, that I didn't do. I wasn't married. None of that until she found out. And when she found out, that whole trust went downhill. So
Mhm.
I feel like this breakup was because of me. And somebody told me if you live in your truth and you be honest with women from the beginning, you don't got nothing to worry about. And so for now, like when I meet women, I tell them the truth now. Like, hey, I was married, but I'm divorced now. It feels so good when you just tell the truth. It feels so good,
You ain't got nothing to remember later.
right? Because
Yeah.
when you lie, you gotta keep on top of that lie and that lie. Damn, dude, no,
Yeah.
nah, no. So
My
yeah,
cheater and he was a liar. Like, dude would volunteer lies that you don't even ask about. And so when I was like, what are you lying for? He'd be like, because I ain't want to hurt you. You hurt me more by lying to me, knowing I'm going to find out in the first place, especially when your fan club, if they get mad at you, the first thing they're going to do is hop in my inbox. Like, I
right.
hope, oh, I've been messing with da da da. And I'm like, do you
Dang.
like
That's crazy.
lying to me makes it worse because they're going to tell me anyway. Then he get mad at me because I believe the screenshots they showed me. One used to have cameras in her house. She showed me them
What?
sex inside of her house, unprotected. And this nigga
Not
kept
the not the
denying
cameras.
it. He was like, she doctored the footage. And I'm like, nigga, like, come on. So,
Not doctor the footage.
it
Oh,
That's
was,
that's kind of
crazy.
wild. That's kind of wild. I ain't gonna lie. That's
Nah,
this ain't the generation to be cheating in. I put it like that. It's too much tech. You talking
yep.
about caught with? I saw that one person cheated at an Airbnb, and then the Airbnb person sent the stuff to his wife, and he sued them, got the bread. I wonder if his girl stayed with him, but
probably
they
And
did for the
really
money.
be man. They really be. That's crazy to get caught up
Don't
in.
they got some show called Cheaters, don't they?
yeah,
Yeah, they need to bring that back.
They did bring it
No
back
more.
now.
A
Um,
word? Yeah.
uh, that Guns dude. What is his first name? Peter Guns. He does it now.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm on that because getting caught. So she sent it to you through the. She like. That's tough. That's tough. Okay. Well, now off on that note, for y'all, what is something that y'all miss? So not about your ex, but about the relationship. Like, what is one byproduct of the relationship that you got?
I say, like I told you, her company, man, her company kept me peace. Like
Well,
I think
not
me and
so
her.
not exactly her. So something not something that's indirect. So an indirect effect of the relationship.
Oh, something that I missed. I'm gonna let you go, T.
Something else
I don't,
that comes with being
I
with that person.
I don't even know, honestly.
You can see how far we removed from all of our heartbreaks that we are.
Right, yeah,
She said she'll miss sleeping with him. She'll miss nothing about him. That's what we. That's what we want to be.
Nah,
right.
because for me, it's like by the time I decide that I'm really ready to go, like you've done so much to me that now I got to learn who I am all over again. So, like, the relationship I'm in now, the way he treats me, I still be like, dang, like he'll do something and I just be crying. He'd be like, babe, what are you crying for? I'd be like, my daddy ain't never done this for me. Like my dad's never like loved me this way or done this for me. So it's a lot of stuff that he does. And I'm like, dag. So like, because I always preach about letting God write your love story. Like, why do we trust God with everything except our love lives when that's what we should be trusting with? So for me, it's like I'm low key clingy. I had abandonment issues. I don't want to be by myself. I'm super goofy. My kids got a bedtime, so like I need to just be around when I'm up at 11 at night or whatever. Usually I'm in the
Right.
bed super early or super late. So like I don't know, just having to learn who you are all over again after that relationship is over, like that was crazy. So he can't
Yeah.
understand a lot of the stuff that I let my ex do. He was like, I don't understand why you would even consider going back to him. And for me, it's like that's a pain I'm familiar with. I know if I'm gonna be with him, I know exactly what's gonna happen. I know when he says 3 times in a sentence, he's about to tell me a lie. I know when he looks a certain way. I know when he comes
Oh,
home puts on different pair of sweats, like he been out doing something. Like I know him inside and
Mm.
out. So pain, I would rather deal with because I know how to heal from that as opposed to being with somebody new. And now I got to figure out if you authentic, if you genuine, is this your representative I'm missing? What do you like when you mad? Like all this stuff I now hear about somebody else. Like, nah, I'd rather be with the one I know. So like this relationship, like he doesn't get it. He cannot wrap his mind around it. And now that I'm seeing like what love is supposed to feel like, I'm like, damn, I understand why you confused because it's crazy. Like,
Mm.
mm.
Yeah, damn. Well, I'm trying to get. That's where I want to get to not missing nothing. But I
You
guess
gonna
for
miss
me,
something.
it
man,
comes it comes with time though. Like it doesn't happen overnight. Like I
I'm
don't like
embarrassed. I'm like, how do you want to say?
because Mar, I saw on your video some
Mm.
ladies. Oh no, it was a guy. I don't know. It was a woman or a guy, or they or them. I don't know. But they said, move along, and I'm like, that's low key the same thing as telling them to move on. And they were like, I don't remember exactly what it said, but they felt like saying move along is better than saying move on. And no, like low key, it's the same thing. You just using different.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just using different words. Man.
Yeah,
I
and
seen
that's
that. I seen that too.
yeah, that ain't helpful at all. Like do you really think I want to be sad? Like, why would you tell me to move on and you see this is what I'm hoping is going to happen, but I'm hurting? Like, why isn't it okay for me to be hurt and sit in this for a minute? I don't think enough people sit in pain to properly get through it enough. People just feel like you hurt me today. I'm supposed to be over it tomorrow so I can be with somebody else in 2 weeks. And for me, when I find out my ex has moved on, like sometimes I be like, I wonder if this is one of the women he was messing with, or I wonder if he takes
Mm.
her to same stuff. I'm a sneakerhead, so I'll just be like, I wonder if he buys her sneakers because it was sneakers he would have bought for me. So like, if he see the sneakers, he was probably thinking about me, and then he got them for her. I know how like self-centered and narcissistic that sounds, but that just be the stuff I think about. So if I see him after he got on
Yeah.
sneakers, I'm like, I wonder if he bought them for her because he couldn't buy them for me. Like I think about stuff like that.
I feel like when your ex move on, when you say move on, when your ex move on so quickly, that means they had that person in their back pocket
I
while y'all
believe
was
that.
already talking.
I believe that.
So
I
yeah,
do.
so
Well, and I feel like I'm probably the I don't know what you would call it, but that's how me and my ex I got together, and it wasn't a back pocket thing. Like it was like I just I think when you're done for a while, like in a relationship, once it ends, it's like it's pretty easy to move on. And it was like when my ex came along, I mean I knew her, like, I thought she was cool, but once I was single, it was like now I'm looking at everybody different. So it's like I guess I see both sides. You really got it really depend on who it was. So you just gotta know if it's a new person or not. But I think it's possible that you can move on really quick and it wasn't overlap. They were definitely friends, but they ain't have to be kicking it. But if they wasn't friends before, then that's looking kind of shady. I ain't gonna
But I feel like
right.
if we break up today, watch somebody say she a woman, there she go with her feelings. So I'm going to say, in my opinion, if we messing around today and you messing with somebody else in 3 weeks and y'all were just cool, like my opinion, y'all were already looking at each other like that in the first place as maybe just a what if, even if y'all didn't cross any lines. Because how y'all go from friends to now y'all kissing and having sex in 3 weeks? Like, no,
lie.
not.
Right.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that.
I
And
feel it too.
because that's so if y'all so from you, Mar, I know y'all haven't had contact, but do you think your ex has moved on? Or you can't see, but do you think they have?
Oh man. My honest opinion, I think she did because my ex, she deals with, she don't like to be alone by her. She don't like to be being by herself, and I feel like she moved on quickly. I mean, if she did, hey, power for her. Hey, I wish you nothing but best. But uh,
That's a
More
crazy thing to think about.
it's
have
crazy
more
because
things.
like I don't want her to be stuck on me because I'm not stuck on her. Granted, yeah, I moved on. I'm talking to someone, but we're not in a relationship. It's just like, okay, if I still be stuck with my ex, I'm never gonna move on. I'm never gonna know what God got for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like God put this woman into my life to show me because they always say, God gonna put somebody in your life to show you your worth and everything. Love, the one thing love shouldn't have to be is forced. And that's what I was doing with my ex. I was forcing my love on her. I was scaring her. I feel like it because she never dealt with love before. She never had like she used to tell me all her exes used to dog her. Her daddy was never around like that. So when I show her real love, that scared her. So
Yeah.
now it's time for me to take a step back and I want somebody to love me.
Yeah.
And maybe so that's what I feel like it is. So she moved on, power forward, peace and blessing.
But if she moved on, she probably don't want to move on if she depressed and gaining all that weight.
Oh
Right,
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, wow. I don't know. Somebody said she pregnant. I said, oh well, if she pregnant, then
Pregnant.
that's her.
y'all might have to talk. If that's the case, I might have to break the
No,
no fast.
I told her to tell her this. I said, congratulations. Keep striving for greatness. Drinking milk and get the hell off my phone.
Man. So is it easier to move on once you've seen that they moved on already?
Yeah, yeah. But I can't see it because I already blocked her off everything. I blocked her off social media. So if
Yeah,
she did,
I
she
feel
did it.
like I got blocked, so that shit. Me, so I'm the person. So y'all, so you already moved on. Obviously, too far removed. I'm still in the point where I'm rejecting it. I'm rejecting the fact that it happened. I'm rejecting the fact that it's over. I don't want it to be.
Hmm.
I know it has to be, but how do y'all? So T, from you, what do you think is the biggest way or the biggest thing that helped you get from where you said you were sitting and it's like you're just crying from nothing to now it's like You know, it don't make. I mean, obviously having somebody new helps, but what are some other things you feel like helps you get out of that period where you're trying to move on?
I don't even know. Like, I literally had to wake up every single day and decide, like, today I'm not going to be another bitter Black woman. Like, I'm going to just heal, like, however long it takes. Because I used to be, I used to have a roster. So for me, it was,
Damn.
You thought you was trying to
My
figure
bad.
out she was about
My
to
bad.
work.
My
I was trying
bad.
to say it. Like, so for me, it was always like, all right, so I don't think I like the way you text me. So I'm about to text somebody else, or I'm about to hang out with somebody else. And I wasn't having sex with all of them, but it would keep me from having to be by myself. And then I realized, like, this isn't helping, because now I'm moving from person to person and I'm disliking these people for different things, which means I don't even know who I am after that relationship. So for me, it was just like getting up every single day and choosing to heal and reminding myself that if that was God's best for me, it wouldn't hurt the way it hurt. That was it for me.
Mm-hmm. It'd be hard. So like whenever people give advice, I automatically play devil's advocate with it. So whenever someone, so like even with that, oh, if it wasn't, if it was God's best, then it wouldn't hurt like that. But I'm like, what if, like, I feel like we fumble our blessing. So like, how do you not think that you fumbled your blessing? Because I mean, like, what I look at it like a fumble blessing. Everybody else in my family looks at it like, yes, that was supposed to happen. That was God's plan for sure. But it seemed like a
Mhm.
fumble to me.
I was talking to my love about this the other day. He literally said something about fumbling. Honestly, I don't even remember what he said, but I know it was something about fumbling in love or something. I don't know. But I do feel like sometimes God will give us something and we're not ready for it. So we mess it up. And then sometimes he'll give us a second chance to get that right. So I always used to hear, what if you love something, let it go. If it come back, it's yours. And that's how you know. So I used to believe that until I realized we kept bumping heads or breaking up about the same thing. So if we can't have a conversation about what it is you're doing to me, how it makes me feel when you're doing it, without you being like, okay, but you did this too. I am not a tit for tat person. I absolutely hate that. So I can't allow myself, I won't allow myself to believe that God's best for me, even if I fumble it, is somebody that I'm going to want to be Inspector Gadget about all the time. If you tell me that you got a gig and you're going to play at now because you lied to me or because I know you cheated, now I'm like, Dad, which one of your groupies are going to be there? Like, why didn't you ask if I want to go? Like, yeah, okay, I'll be in bed at 8:30, but I would have stayed up till 11 to go see your gig and you ain't even asked me. So I don't know.
Dang.
Stuff to me, honestly, when it comes to like love and relationships and stuff. So I think sometimes you can fumble a blessing and you learn from
Yeah.
that another chance, but I don't think it ever is the same. It's either not as tight as y'all were before you fumble that, or it gets better
Mhm.
because now y'all know for sure this is where I want to be. This is where I'm supposed to be. So now I'm gonna put the effort into it to make it work. But it's
Mm.
Yeah, I feel like my ex fumbled me, shit, because I'm a good person. I'm very confident in myself. My ex fumbled me. I don't care. Yeah. Of course I lied, but I feel like I lied to protect my heart. Like what I should have. I ain't gonna say what I should have kept on doing, but yeah, my ex fumbled me big time because it's like it's not a lot of people that's out here that's like me, you, or all three of us on this call. Because we all got something good that God gave, but we all got a good talent. We all got good hearts. We all got good energy. A lot of these people, especially this nowadays, all they want to do is just fuck, take your money, and get the fuck on.
so why do you
Me,
feel like fumbled you and not the other way around if you were the one who lied?
And you say you feel like
because like you said what?
And you say you felt like if y'all ended because of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna own up to my mistakes. It's because I feel like she fumbled me because like once all that came out, it was like a monkey off my back. I was like, okay, now I can show you the real me. Like I don't got to pretend like nothing. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna show you how much I love you. I'm gonna show you this. Like I know how much I loved her when I put my own happiness in front of her. I was
So then
miserable.
So you were doing damage control though, because you messed up and now you expect her to just like, okay, so now I can be who I want to show you that I really am since I'm not hiding anything from you. Whereas going into the relationship, it could have easily been seen like, okay, you had to know she was catching feelings for you. So if you really cared about her, it could also be looked at as, once I realized that we were catching feelings, I should have told you in the beginning. You took her choice away from her to decide if
You
she
right.
really deal with you or not. So low key, you fumbled her and not the other way around.
Oh damn.
I was going back, but I
I
was
mean,
gonna
yeah,
say,
I probably did. You're right. I probably did. She
well,
was a good woman.
cause that's my thing. Cause I'm like, that's the hard, and that's why I'm like, that's why I like T's perspective. Cause for me, that's something I kind of just been saying out loud. Cause at first, I ain't gonna lie, my first couple weeks, I was trying to find any way to like blame her. Like
Yep.
basically, I feel like what I did sped up maybe the inevitable. Like I don't know if we were just doing a breakup regardless, but I know that my action led to our breaking up at that point.
Yeah,
But that doesn't mean that you could. And I feel like a lot of times we don't want to say that because now it's like, oh, I'm owning the whole relationship's failure, and it's like no. But if you did something that is not good, then that one thing
right.
it is you're risking a relationship with that thing. So I found that out because I'm like, of course, they could have done some stuff during it that maybe we could have broke up here, but we didn't. But it's like, when you do that thing, because I finally been saying that, like, yeah, it's on me, but it's hard to get there. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
It's
like
hard.
I owned up to my mistakes. After like a
Yeah,
couple of months, I finally I like, you know what, Jamar, this is your doing. This is your bed. You gotta lay in it. You lost a good woman, but hey, it is what it is. If it come back, it come back. If not, I'm still at the point where if somebody asked me the other day, like, hey, Mar, if she come back, would you accept it? I told them no, I wouldn't. And
yeah,
that's the honest to God truth. I wouldn't because even though yeah, I boo-hooed and cried for a couple months, but now it's just like I learned to love myself and you love me for what I did. So I couldn't go back to it. I
yeah.
couldn't.
Not for that. Not for that. And now, with moving on, what is you think gonna be the hardest part of keeping this from happening again? Like, what do you think would be the hardest part about making
The
sure that
hardest
you good going forward?
with me, like I said earlier, like I catch feelings way too quick.
Mm-hmm.
I catch feelings way too quick because the household I was raised in, you gotta love, because God loves us no matter what. So that's how I was raised. But now I got my heart on a guard, meaning like I'm not gonna pull out all my hands. I'm not gonna do that no more. I'm gonna sit back. What I need to learn is I need to sit back and listen instead of always talking. Somebody told me that sometimes if you sit back and listen, you can really see somebody's true intention. So
Hmm.
I'm just gonna keep my guard up and just stay focused and continue to love me.
Do you feel like you're changing who you are doing it, or do you feel like you can be your true self and do that at the same time?
Uh, you said what? Repeat it.
You feel like you can do that and still be yourself, or do you feel like you're kind of altering who you are a little bit to do that?
No, I'm not arguing nothing. I can still no.
Because for me, is when I try to go that route and I try to be like, oh, I'm gonna have my guard up, I'm low key not Jace. Like I'm low key. It's out of characteristic for me because I've tried, to come in to something and like not give my all, but it's like it be seeming like that is part of my personality. So not doing it feel weird. So
Yeah, I
like
mean it feel weird. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I do feel weird, especially with the new person I'm talking to. It's just like
like letting some.
I have days where I just don't want to talk to that person. And
Mm,
they be like, "What's wrong?" It is like me changing. Like it'd be like them days when I was with my ex. I always used to want to tell her what's going on. Now I'm dealing with this person. I shut down. So I'd be
Hmm.
like, you know what? And it hurts. It'd be like, man, I'm not being
even
myself. I'm actually being Jamar.
yeah,
Then that run people away. Like, oh
Yeah.
now, because like now, then when you want to talk about it, the person be like, oh now you want to talk. You wasn't just talking yesterday. Then it'd be like I get back in my head like, oh my God, what if I mess this one up? It's like
yeah.
I see what you're saying. Like you don't be yourself. Sometimes, yeah, you're right.
But
Because it's
that's
like
where,
I'm into the point where it's like I'm letting people like because usually it's hard for me to let anybody pay, but I'm like so many people told me if you come in and you're just paying for everything, like if that is ever removed, if you ever can't, then that type of person you gotta be watching out for, because at the beginning you have bread, so it's like it's good to go back and forth in the beginning, but that's
Mm-hmm.
even something like I feel so weird. Like I don't even want the waitress looking at me like she just put out her wallet. Like it'd be feeling weird, but even
Mm-hmm.
all the stuff that you do, like all the things that I normally do, it'd be so hard to like stop doing it, but I want to so bad. Like I don't even want to
Right.
do anything type of thing for me.
Yeah. I catch feelings easily. Like, not I love you type catch feelings, but like I want to, like, you be my favorite notification type catch feelings. Like, I want to hear from you. I want to know how your day was. I want to know you thinking about me. I want to know, did you eat today? I want to know how's work. Like, so for me, but I'm like that as a friend too. Like, just
Mm-hmm.
period. Like, just I don't know. Like, I don't know. So for me, it's always like, when my ex would ask me, so you ever have sex with this friend or y'all, like, no, like, why would you say that? Because you super cool with them and you don't even like people. And my thing is like, okay, like I don't have to like people to recognize when somebody is being genuine and authentic. So if this person, I happen to meet them, I used to give a lot of advice at work. That's how I would meet a lot of people. So people would be like, hey, are you Trish? Yes. I heard you give really good advice and I heard you're a good listener. So I met a lot of people like that. And sometimes you giving the same people advice about different stuff, or you're actually seeing them go through the healing process. They come to work one day, you can tell they're super depressed. They come to work another day, you could tell they happy because today is a good day of healing. So naturally, like, you develop friendships with some of these people. So I can be like, if you don't actually know me or get to know me, you will confuse like if I'm really genuinely just cool with somebody, or
Right.
is it insecurity making you think I'm messing with this person because that's what you do.
It's probably the
That
insecurity. And most
is
men, us men, we suffer from that. Like I'm a
Yeah.
jealous type. Like I don't want my woman to have no friends, but me and God and your daddy. Yo, I'm a jealous type. So if I see you, like, oh, that's just a friend. Like, what you mean? What you mean it's just a friend? Ah, I'm
now,
No.
a jealous man.
like, I do believe that your man should have an. So I don't date just for the hell of it. Like, either we gonna get married, like, can I stop putting Jesus as my emergency contact or not? Because if I can't, just we don't need to be together. So for me, it's like, I understand that sometimes men can be jealous and that's cool. But if we've established that we have a solid relationship, that means I can see myself marrying you and we have conversations about what this would look like. So as my man, if you tell me dude be looking at you a certain type of way, or dude waiting on his chance to slide in, like, I'm going to trust your word. And I feel like you should be able to tell me in an adult way. Like, don't wait until we having an argument. You be like, Dad, you about to go call that nigga? Like, no, like, why
Yeah.
more than
Yeah.
I do? Like, no. Now, if you tell me as my man on some, like, I know you secure with what we got, and you like, that you're gonna have to cut dude off. I ask why. Like, I'm not one of those women who assume. I'm going to ask questions. So if you tell me as my man, like, nah, because I'm gonna expect you to do the same thing for me. If you got a female friend and I'm like, babe, she wants you as more than just a friend, I'm gonna need you to cut her off. But it's gotta be like a relationship type thing where we can see ourselves being married. It can't be something like we just decided we gonna be on layaway for each other like yesterday. No, I gotta know that I can trust you on some secure stuff. And I think a lot of women don't do that though. Like, it goes back to the whole like, you can't tell me what to do is controlling type thing. And I think it's respect. And I think it keeps your relationship in a positive light because you're trusting his judgment because he's a man. So he knows like the vibes he's getting from other men.
And that's a I'm glad y'all brought that up, because I think one thing I wanted to end with is building trust and regaining trust. Because like
Yeah.
right, a lot of people ask, because a lot of females or a lot of women might, when they break your trust, it's the whole thing is how do I gain it? How do I gain it back? And I've had people who they break your trust and they think simply saying, coming home and saying, hey, I didn't do this today and I could have, now I should trust you a little bit more, when I didn't get to see you do this at all. So I don't
Right.
even know what you're talking about. So like I think something that helps build trust, I think, is doing things like that. Because 9 times out of 10, it's just for peace of mind. Like it might not even be like I might know this is completely illogical, but you telling me that you won't do it will immediately make this a logical fear and you fuck with dude. Because why not? Because for me, when I'm in a relationship, if you're not my girl, there is no reason why I can't cut you off. Like unless obviously there's history. But even I've cut off friends I was friends for 5, 6 years for
Yeah.
for somebody because it's like this is I mean forever. Like we're supposed to die like next to each other like the Notebook type shit. Like this is what we try
He
to do.
said the Notebook.
But like is I do think this generation is different when it comes to dating because people don't really think of it like that. Like people don't look at your partner as like an end all be all authority or just a big I. It's just like a it don't really matter. But I think one thing to build trust for sure is to do things your partner say. I think that's an easy. Okay, don't do that with him. The moment that you say okay, I'm not even tripping no more. Like I'm not even worried about bro no more because you so willingly, and I might even say, you know what, y'all can keep talking. Like
Yeah.
y'all can have it because that
Yeah.
was quick. You didn't even think about it. Like
Yeah.
I've literally done that. Like babe, bro. Because I've had a girl who was bi cut off a girl, and I was like, you know what, y'all be cool, y'all keep it kicking, and then I'll see. But for y'all, what are some other things beyond that that can help build or regain trust after it's lost?
Ooh.
For me, it's letting me ask questions. Like you have to let me go as deep into the question as my mind can take me, and you just give me the truth. Like
Yeah,
I don't care how bad the truth is. Most of the time, it's nothing we can't work through as long as you be honest. Now, if you lie to me, then it's a wrap after that. Like anything you tell me after that, I can't trust you. Like my ex, he used to lie so much and he still lies all the time. So, like,
Dang.
he would
still,
lie and then like get caught in the lie, and then 2 weeks later he'll come back and he'll forget the lie he told you, but then he's mad because it took you 2 hours to come from Sam's from getting gas, and you want to know why I don't trust you? Because like you doing stuff that means I can't trust you. Like, what do you mean? I don't even understand. Your phone is ringing at 2 o'clock in the morning and you want to tell me your sister need help moving? Like, no, I'm slow, but I'm not like,
She said
nah.
I'm slow.
Like
I want to get in with
I
that one.
in the beginning, like a lot of people, you got to earn their trust. I'm the opposite. Like I give you the trust in the beginning because I trust you to show me exactly who you are as long as I'm paying attention to what you're showing me. So after you break that, like we never come back from that, like ever. We be cool, but I never, like, you cannot ever tell me like I'm not lying to you, because now I'm be like, well, why would you say you're not lying if you're really not lying? So yeah.
And
Mm.
I feel that. What you got, more?
Chris took the words out of my mouth. Honestly, like I was just like her ex, always lying about petty stuff to my ex-wife. But it was just like it was my doing because like I said, I wasn't happy. But you know, the only thing I disagree with Tristan, the questions. Like my ex-wife used to go so deep into the question, I used to be shut down. And even when you give them the right answer or the answer that they want to hear, they still keep going. I'd be like, dude, come on
Yeah.
now.
See though,
I hate that.
So I was that too. So my ex, I remember too. I would ask, and she'll finally tell me, and it's like
Yeah.
you didn't fuck me up. So it's like nigga, I'm just out
Right,
here whatever. Like it's times where I'm like, why'd you do? Why'd you do this? Why'd you do that? It's like, bro, I ain't fuck with you. Then it's like, well, I can't stop there. Like
yeah,
I gotta keep
right. Yeah,
going.
I
Like
hate that. Like, bro,
it's
dig
like
into the
you
question. I
gotta.
hate that.
But I wish that she did that with me because it's like when I've only dated people when they don't trust me, I don't get to hear about it, so I don't get the questions. I just feel like they
Yeah.
go secretly retaliate to what they think is in their head, and now I'm dealing with something and you ain't even in all this stuff. But with me, I never got the questions. But me, I always am asking questions and people hate it and they shut down and stuff. But
I shut down so quick, bro.
put
I
somebody
I
don't.
be
in
shutting down. I be
that
shutting down. I
question,
be like, ugh.
you kind of
Yes.
just got. I say don't be logical. I say try to emotionally fix the situation because this person is an emotional wreck right now. So I'm like, if
Right.
all those times when I was asking questions, if she would just like, you know what, I'm just wrong as fuck, bro. Let's just or just do some comic relief Because in that
Yeah.
moment, if we're asking questions and we're going down a rabbit hole, bro,
Mhm.
we really just trying to feel loved at this point. Like I just want some
Right.
love. Like, we're in this question asking bullshit because you did something that's messing me up, and it's. I guess I how it could be annoying, but it's like when you
Yeah.
overthink it all the
Yeah.
time, and actually, because before she did anything to break my trust, I'm not allowed to let you feel any of this. Like I have to overthink, and you can't know about it because you ain't do nothing. But once you do something,
Yeah.
it's like you kind of sign up to. You have to now listen to all my overthinking thoughts. Like you have to
Yeah.
deal
Yeah. You
because
right.
now
But
you didn't brought some logic into the type shit.
Yeah. So for me in the beginning though, like if we establish that we're going to communicate and we really might like each other, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, I ask a lot of questions because as a woman, you're going to feel like I'm naturally going to assume. I'm not, because I need you to just be honest with me. So if I have questions, but I also understand as a woman, my tone matters when I'm asking these questions too. Now that's something I had to learn the hard way, because for
mm-hmm.
me, it's like,
It's matter. It really shouldn't though. Tone
oh yeah,
shouldn't matter.
but it
If
does.
it hasn't broke your trust, okay, it should matter. But once
I
they
think
break your tone shouldn't matter though.
so. I think
Yeah.
asking like a bunch of questions, it's easier if you like in like this type mode. Like, so babe, let me ask you something. Or so let's talk about such and such, as opposed to, so tell me why I think I heard or I saw it looked like you was looking at old girl when she walked by. It's like I'm
Oh
not doing
damn.
it like
Yeah.
that. So let me ask you something. Like, it's gonna be real
I
chill.
just I just hate the questions where if I'm coming home from work or from something, that's used to bother me. Like I couldn't put one foot in the damn door, ask the question.
But
I'd
you
be like,
gotta
damn.
think they've been thinking about this all day. So you've
Yeah.
been at
Right.
work and they've been at because that was me. Because I remember she had, bro. I remember like it was yesterday, bro. She I guess she hit somebody else vape at work or something. And it's like previously she had done something where that had happened and after something else had happened. So I'm like, let's just remove that. So just make it easier. Like she ain't fuck nobody, but it started with a vape pen last time. So I'm like, hey, like I ain't fuck and I just ended up bad. She hung up on me when I called her and everything. She ain't like the way I reacted. Then when she come home after that long day, I'm obviously still like the whole day. I'm like, then she hung up on me. So I'm like, now she gonna probably go
Right.
out with work or
Yeah.
they gonna do something in the bathroom. So it's like once you get home, I've been sitting and waiting on this all day. So
You're right.
it's
Cooking.
the perspectives, man. Because man, when you got somebody who likes you a lot, that's why I'm like, it's hard to know who fumble who. Because if somebody likes you a lot enough to where they're asking questions, I feel like if you're not asking questions, then you don't fuck with. Like, because if I'm not asking you questions, I feel like we all have overthinking thoughts sometimes. So I feel like if we're not asking you, we're either just very cool, we're stoic, and we know how to ignore it, or
Well,
is eating at us, and now we're building up our roster just in case because we think you won't BS, but we're not gonna tell you. So
yeah,
Well,
that's tricky
damn.
though. That's
yeah,
tricky.
I'm honestly really like my bro. He done left the girl now, but he was dating a girl who kind of clingy, kind of like, emotionally attached, kind of like ask you what you're doing and overthinking. And it's like I'm most guys, even who overthink like me, don't really express it. They usually just build a roster once somebody wants something looking fishy. But I'm a dude who asks questions and who do be doing that stuff. So I got a lot of guy friends where it's like I'm able to help them see, okay, your girl not crazy, she actually like you. Cause I kind of show love in that same way where I'm going to just ask. But once I see you just crumbling from questions, it made me feel like you doing something. Cause
Yeah.
me,
Right.
you
That's
can
me.
ask
I crumble.
make me upset. There's nothing you can ask me to make me upset. Now,
Yeah.
unless it's like you did caught me. Like think
Yeah.
about the times you never got caught up. How mad was you? Like you
Now
pissed.
with me, I wasn't mad. Shit, I wanted to get caught up.
That is so crazy to me. Like that you
I was
would
like,
rip
oh, I was like, I can show you.
up Eve. That is wild.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
That's crazy.
I mean, I'm bad
Like I
leaving.
can talk.
I mean, I guess I know. I low key did the same thing. It's just I wasn't married, but I did the same thing. But it was because the girl. was telling me like it wasn't safe at home. So every time I tried to break up with her, she would say I'm not gonna be safe at home. So I'm like, all right. I ended up having to buy her a car to even justify breaking up with her because I'm like, I can't even. I feel like
What?
it was cheap, but I'm like, bro, I can't. Like her stepdad was like, just not a good guy or whatever. So I'm like, well, this was a younger relationship. We was like, when we moved in together, I was 18, she was 17, and that was the whole thing. I just kept saying like, okay, every time I was like about to break up with her, she would say that, but yeah, I was cheating. I wasn't because the girl had cheated on me and lied and said that she had got like forced and stuff. So it wasn't a good relationship, but I couldn't leave. I was stuck trying to, be Captain Save a guy, and Captain Save a girl, and do all that stuff.
Right.
That's wild.
Yeah, I didn't.
She said that. Trish, like, oh man, I'm learning a lot.
Yes.
So that relationship ended, and then like the one I'm like kind of grieving right now, that one started like a couple weeks after. So I'm trying to figure out if this is karma for leading that girl on for like a year, because it was only like after we moved in, I think I realized I didn't really mess with her. But I'm like, I tried. It was like I would try to break up, and then she was like, "But what am I gonna do?" And this and that, and the third, and I'm just like, "Well, okay, no, I'll take it back." And then I would just try and try again. But now I'm starting to understand because I did the same thing. So it was a few times with me and my I don't even know what to call this. Me and my ex, I guess for right now, where we would break up or she would try to break up and then I would be like no, like we didn't did all this, so we gotta make it work. So
Sound
I
like
didn't
me.
see both
That's what I was
sides.
doing.
That's why I'm like I got so much grace for everybody, but should just be
Mm-hmm.
sucking.
So what do
Yeah, you
y'all
sound
think?
like me.
What's the difference in having a rebound girl or somebody you're genuinely like moving on with?
I think now I know because I thought that. I mean, I never saw her as a rebound. I mean, I proposed to the girl, so I didn't see her as a rebound. But I mean, I feel like we were both. I mean, she also had a dude that was treating her bad, and like we kind of broke up with our people at the same time. So it's like I feel like we were both each other's rebounds, and I feel like the person you genuinely moving on with, I guess that's a hard question because it's like now I feel like you can't really just move on immediately. So like anybody that you move on immediately with is probably just a
A
rebound.
rebound.
You could probably make it work if y'all are both people who aren't as like you kind of healed people. But if y'all people with a lot of trauma and y'all trying to do that, because if y'all got unresolved trauma and y'all are jumping in a relationship, something needs to be fixed. But if y'all like two people who, y'all might just end up working it out and never know. But I'm starting to think that if it's moved on, if you jump in a relationship right after another relationship, that relationship has an expiration date. Like it's I
Yeah.
I believe. Cause I'm like, for us to break up, for us to like not work, like we were the relationship that everybody be like, oh, if y'all break up, we don't got no hope for stuff. So I'm like,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
once I even saw it was doing what it was doing, I'm like, man, maybe I should have took. Cause everybody said we should have took, longer before we got to. I mean, she moved in after like 3 weeks. So I mean, it was because of
Oh damn.
COVID. Because like COVID was gonna make it so like nobody was really coming out. So it was like you might as well just move in because your parents not gonna let you be up and out of their house and stuff. So it was
Right.
circumstance. It shouldn't have happened, but it was circumstance. But
But it happened
I
though.
don't
It's
think
cool.
I just feel like you shouldn't move on right away. That's what I feel like.
No, no, I think you need to give yourself time to heal. That's what everything. Time heals everything, bro.
Yeah.
Like if I move on right away, it's like, what the hell? Like that, I'm not really healed. Like it took me. Like, I'm still not healed. Like I tell everybody that I'm still not healed over this person. But it took me almost 3.5 months to get to where I'm at now. And like I said, I don't know. I got a spiritual reading, and it was like the lady was like, I probably won't be healed until probably a couple of years from now because this person literally took everything out of me. Like I'm so scared. I'm so scared right now to even tell a girl I love you or whatever. So it's just like it's a scary. It's a scary feeling. It's a scary feeling.
So how do you navigate like into a healthy relationship with that fear though?
I
Like
mean,
what makes you decide like, okay, they're safe for me to let my guard down a little bit and then a little bit more and then a little bit more. Like what are you looking for or hoping for before you know that okay, like I can start letting it down a little, not all the way, but a little bit.
you can put up with my shenanigans. If you can put up with my shit, I come. Like I said, I come with a lot. I come with a lot. Oh my God, I can't so much down the list. I can name 40 things off the top of my head, but I come with a lot. If I know that you can stick with half of my 40, yeah, you the one. But if you give up so easily, like after a week or two, after my shenanigans, it's not like I'm not personally gonna do that to you, but it's just like it's just me. Like I told you earlier, I shut down. Sometimes I don't want to talk to nobody. Sometimes I can be in my mood.
Personality.
Hmm?
Are you saying your when you say your shenanigans, is that your personality or that's other stuff extra?
There's like other stuff extra. Like I said, sometimes some days I don't want to be on the phone. Some days I don't want to text right away. Some days I just want to be by myself. Some days, hell, I want to be up under you. So it's like I got mood swings like a mug.
But do you
But
communicate that, or you just expect her to take the?
that's the one thing I do not do, and I have a real bad problem with that. I'm trying to work on it. I don't communicate. I do
Mm,
not communicate at all, and that's something I need to work on. That's something I've been asking God, like, help me communicate. I don't even communicate with my parents. Like, I can leave right
Yeah.
now. I'd be like, hey, I should have told my mom I'm going. I'm not coming. I'm not coming back, or I'm going to the store. I don't communicate, and I don't
yeah.
know where that. I don't know where that came from. Like I used to be
I
the best
I know
communicator.
like we share that. So like, you say you also are bad with leaving people, and you know you don't want to leave nobody alone and stuff like that. So I feel like we share the people pleasing trait a little bit, and that's one where I mean not leaving somebody. That's all. That's definitely people pleaser. But I also am bad with communicating stuff that I think might upset somebody. Like let's say,
Yeah,
like for example, with your mom leaving and I tell her you're not gonna be back. Like
yeah,
even when it's like me leaving, like me leaving the house. I know my mom is dark, like she, don't want me to. I just feel like I just gotta go and not say nothing, and I don't even want to deal with it. So
yeah.
like I feel like
Mm,
I feel you there because I also share that. Only people I do communicate with though. That's why I hate when my communication goes unnoticed or be ignored because I only communicate with my partner. Like when it comes to like everybody in my
mm.
life, I don't communicate with nobody but my partner. That's why I be pissed when it's like, bro, I've told you this, and you're the only person who knows this about me. So it's like,
Yeah.
bro, I don't communicate. Honestly, I suck at communication with, or in my best friend. Like that's it. Like I don't talk to because people intentions, people will throw yo. And when you say what are you looking for a woman like to show you that it's okay to open up, I was looking for everything she showed me. So now I don't know what I'm looking for because I was
Yeah.
like I thought A, B, and C meant I can be myself, but it just come to a time where women feel like they have to throw what you said when you was low in your face.
I hate that. Yeah, bro. Like they always hit you in the
It
nuts with that.
weird.
That'd be fear.
Like
I'd be
saying
like, damn.
your health and your depression, and it's like,
Yeah, like
uh,
like I said, like I get depressed a lot. Like that means shit. Hell, I probably need to go see a fucking therapist. But anyway, then it's like I get so depressed that when I'm happy, then a girl be like, "You was just depressed yesterday." Oh, nah, I'm back depressed again. Because why would you bring it up? I'm like, stop. Like, dog.
No way.
That's why. Yeah, I'd be like, dog. You know what? I'll talk to you later. Then I'm back to
Dang,
my little mood swing. But
ain't no way.
I think that's just me as a person. Like I gotta like I used to tell my ex that like you know what gets to me because I got a very soft spot in my heart with friends, family, love, everything. I got a soft spot in my heart, and like the slightest little things be like, man, it hurts. It really hurts.
Yeah.
Because people say you need to toughen up. I'm like, shit. I try like even when I try to do that whole route, that shit was not for me. Me trying to be a
yeah,
hoe, trying to talk to different women, that wasn't for me. I'm looking like, hell, I don't know this girl's name. Then I got to tell this girl I'm going out with. No, no, I don't like that.
yeah. He said, I like that.
Or
I like being a lover boy. That's who I am. I'm like a dark skinned Drake.
Yeah, is
that's
right
wild.
after high school and never return back because yeah, it's not fun. Like I feel like a lot of I feel like there's some people on earth who desire and like look for deep connections and like that's me. Like I rather connect on a deeper level. Like I hate small talk. I hate surface level conversations. Like I hate the first meetup where when you're talking with somebody and it's like y'all just about to talk about a bunch of bullshit, then it don't even matter. And it's like you gotta wait 5 times to even really like I, that's why I told her, bro. I remember our last argument we had. I'm like, I will never get married again. I didn't did it, and that's it. Like I don't
Mhm.
desire go from all this to do all that over again and then possibly end like because
Yeah.
I give my all until the last moment. So I'm like, yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I hate
that
that.
being vulnerable. I've always thought like we should be vulnerable no matter what, but now I'm getting to a point like I don't know when it's safe to be vulnerable because honestly, like you just gotta be a strong ass man, like a strong ass nigga to be vulnerable, be rejected, or like have it just toy with or play with and just walk away and be like, cool. Like it just that shit drive me crazy. Like
It
I don't
does.
know how to deal with it.
But I would say, you know, I'm kind of glad that this heartbreak did happen for me because it wouldn't turn me to this person that I am today. I'm kind of really glad that it happened, because this best version of my life right now is the one of the best I ever had in my 32 years of living, and that's honest to God truth. Because I'm more had like when she used to tell me, she like, Mar, you don't love yourself. I used to put my friends and everybody in front of my own love, but now I can honestly sit here and say I do love myself. So I do want to say thank you to her for breaking my heart. At first, I used to like, I hate you, I hate this bitch. No, you broke my heart. But now it's just like as we talk and more I talk to other people, I'm glad that it happened. It needed to happen. This heartbreak needed to happen for me because now it's like I'm getting better opportunities at work and everything. All the blessings that I pray for to God is coming to intuition. So yeah,
Yep. Separating from that person you ain't supposed to be with, and God starts
yeah,
sending you
yeah.
like
He
that.
started sending. He started sending my blessings. So I'm glad that it happened. And
Yeah.
I want other people to to be happy for that. Like some people look at their heartbreak like it's a bad thing, but sometimes you gotta look at it as a good thing.
Hmm. Sometimes having your heart broken spares you from more pain down the line with that person,
Hmm.
especially if they break you badly enough where you like, nah, I don't think I can ever come back from this. Like
Hmm.
that type of heartbreak, that one is really, really hard. But when you get over that and then you find out, like, once you start healing or like you're over something or you moved on, when you look back at some stuff, you be like, Dad, it was all those red flags, all those stop
Right.
signs, overlooked them because I really just wanted to be there for that person. Like for me, I'm a lover. So I do stuff for men like that they've never had done. Like I'm the type of woman where on our very first date, you choose the restaurant, I'm gonna pay for it. So it's been men like I ain't never
Oh
had a woman,
damn, for real?
and I'm like,
I never had a woman do that for me, man. A woman never poured into me like that.
yeah,
Yeah,
see, and
besides
that's
my ex-wife, but she didn't pour into me like how I want a woman to
But I
pour into me.
hear why because you always describe something really good she did, and then be like, yeah, she wasn't shit.
No, 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 no. Like when I mean poured into me, like when I was like when I mean, but like let me like she wasn't shit.
Cool.
I'm just saying about like if I needed some money, like she's okay. Here goes some money to be on your feet, but she wasn't a
Financially.
good person, bro. She was good financially, which I don't need all that, bro. I don't need. I need you to love me. Fuck the money. Money comes and goes. When I mean when she wasn't a good person, bro, it's like she used to heart me down. She put me down as a man, bro. Like she used to lowball me, hit me where it hurts. That's what I mean
I
by she's
mean,
not a good person.
two guys financially
that's
together are good at doing that. So yeah, I can say that.
Right? But then, like
Man,
when she give me the money, you remember I gave you this? Like, dog, you idiot, give it.
oh yeah, yeah,
Like, why would you give it to me in the first place? You gonna go back and say it? Like this. That's why I used to be always denying it. Like, no, I don't want it.
yeah. Nah, that
I
ain't
feel
me. But I like knowing that after you get done messing with me, like whoever you mess with, you always gonna think of me, especially if you pay for the first date, because I paid for the first date.
So
Like,
you one of them. You one of them people.
huh?
you leaving. Yeah,
Even
Wait,
Mars,
what?
you bold.
What I
yeah.
do?
You talking about if I pay for the first day, you gonna remember me. So it's like you gonna
Yeah.
remember me.
Nobody else doing that, so he
That
gonna
is really
always remember that last week. This
bad.
one girl, she paid for the first date.
After, yep,
Right.
and we go to like expensive restaurants, like and quality time. That's huge on my love language type stuff or whatever. So there was one guy I was messing with. I took him on a date. He was like, "Hey, ain't no woman ever paid for me." Super deep voice, like 6'4", 6'5", super masculine. And he was like, "You really about to pay for this date?" Yes. Like, come on, just bring your ass in here. Come on, we gonna be all right. And so
Oh
like he would
damn.
call and he'd be like, "I just really need to talk. Like, can we meet up?" And I'm like, "Where are you?" He was like, "I ain't got no gas. Don't worry about it." I put gas in your gas tank, just come and get me. Like, I put gas in there because you needed to have a conversation. But like, that's just the way I rock with people, because I'm not a serial dater. But if we're dating, there is something about you that I'm intrigued, and where it's like, okay, maybe I can see myself with you. So I don't know. I mean, I know it's a little arrogant or a little narcissistic, and I don't care. All I know is after we get done messing with each other, you always gonna remember, because I'm gonna do some stuff that a woman ain't never done, and that is why
Nah,
in the
nope.
beginning I want to know, like, what's the most romantic thing a woman has ever done for you? Women do stuff like that, like. Yes, absolutely. Like, we definitely do stuff like that. And I've done stuff like that just because. And I don't even like him. I just did it just because he ain't never had it done before. So I
Wow.
don't know.
You,
That's
you a
I
good
be.
one, T. You a good one. Yeah.
It's never
And
been
that's
a guy
something that
that never come back around. Like, even if we stop messing with each other and it doesn't make it to a relationship, like, we still end on good terms as long as you don't have your baby mama pulling up to my house. Like, I don't end on bad terms with anybody. Life is way, way too short. I mean,
I
I
do
got
shit.
I everybody
they were crazy.
everybody ain't no bad turn.
Nah, I can't end no bad terms.
I'm
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
like I'm not good at letting somebody tell me they don't want to spend time with me no more. That
People really be
real.
telling you.
I mean, like either you're showing me that or telling me, but no, I've had my worst heartbreak. I don't know if I said that one, but like the not necessarily the worst, because this one is probably going to be the worst. But this was a pretty bad one where the girl just basically was like, I said I love you, I dropped I love you on her, and she basically like just ghosted me for 2 weeks, didn't talk to me, and then just one day, just like I hit her up on Snapchat, and she was hit me. She responded like, oh, you like you ain't get the point, but I'm like, hey, like, what's the deal? She's like, oh yeah, no, I can never love you, this and that and the third, just basically was like, nope, it can never happen, like type shit. And I was like,
Mm.
oh, like I wrote a diss track, everything, like I was
Oh
pissed,
damn, he
like.
said he want a diss track.
I was sick, but I mean, she told me the truth though. But that's why I'm like, honestly, I know I got a lot of healing to do because I'm like, I'm just not good at someone telling like someone being like, let's stop this. Like, why? Like, I'm not good at that. I'm not good at walking
Yeah.
away from stuff. None of that. But yeah, I mean, that's another reason why this gonna be my hardest heartbreak because she my ex, she also did stuff. I don't even like calling her that, but she also did stuff that like you said, women never done. Like, just I'm trying to think. I mean, the girl had before couldn't cook, so it's like that's not like a thing that like most women can't do. But that girl, she was burning grilled cheese, burning rice, so it's like that was a complete change to her being able to cook. But yeah, just looking out for somebody' well being and stuff. Like, yeah, that's why I know I can feel bro's pain.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That is wild,
Yeah,
man.
I know. That's why I'm like I can't wait to heal like y'all because I
Oh, I'm
hate
not
like
healed.
regular.
I'm not healed. I'm still not. Like I said, I'm about
Point where it's like,
65.
oh, like I'm not at peace with it. Like I'm not like this is something because especially where I'm just now getting to the point where I'm like this is. I don't feel like I'm the reason we didn't work, but I do know that we broke up when we just did because of me. So I'm like now I'm just at peace with that, and I ain't
Mm.
even like okay with the fact that it's happened. So that's
It's
we
dope
got a lot
though.
of perspectives right now. That's all I gotta say.
It's dope that
Trish,
you can
Trish, Trish,
recognize,
the one that's healed.
Yeah,
cause like
I'm not. Shit, I'm
I
like 65%.
myself so many years, like it's just like I'm used to dealing with all these broken people. So I'm the one who always be like, all right, I got you. 3 o'clock in the morning and I gotta be up at 4:30 for work, but you crying, okay, I got you. That's
yeah,
just like, I don't know. I've just always been that because I don't have that most of the time from other people. So I always be like, and then I told y'all I suffered with abandonment. So that had a lot to do with why I do
Hmm.
stuff for guys that they've never had before. Because for me, it's like, so if I do this for you, like, you gonna want me around more. You gonna reciprocate, and this time it's gonna be different. Like, you're not gonna take advantage of me. You're not gonna break my heart because you ain't never had this done before, so you gonna appreciate it. So I had to like learn to heal myself a lot because, like I said, I catch feelings easily. Either I care or I do not. And because I trust in the beginning, most of the time I care until you show me a reason why I shouldn't. So I don't know. It took me a minute to heal, like a minute, as in a lot of years. So now, like, it's even some stuff that my dude will say now, and I'll be like, Dag, like, you healed a part of me that I didn't even know was broken until you said or you did or you showed me this. So I don't know. Y'all gonna get there. Y'all gonna get there.
I want to get there. Like, I want to get there. You know, I want to see
But
what
you,
that healing journey looks like.
because y'all already accepting accountability for what you did in the relationship. A lot of
Mm.
times, even if you don't end the relationship, like it's super easy. Like we broke up because she did this or she did that, but it's never what you did. Even if it's something you allowed to happen, you still got to take accountability for that. And it's huge that y'all are at a point doing that as opposed to playing victim, using it as a crutch to be fuckboys, as they call it.
I still feel like a victim, but yeah, I don't use it to because I used to get hurt by people. There was a few people who just obliterated me, just like hurt me, like I didn't deserve it at all. But it was
Yeah,
some people that okay, I got hurt, that I walk around like I'm a victim. So I'm trying not to do it this time because I'm like, I feel like we both put each other through a lot, and
yeah,
I just feel like I was let on. But I feel like she let me on because she just loved me and didn't want to let me go. But I feel like if she let me go earlier than like she did, then we could have ended. Like it wouldn't be like have to be like not, no contact and all that, right?
So you
Yeah,
on no contact either?
basically, yeah, yeah.
Bro, that shit sucks, don't it?
Oh, I'm blocked. I'm blocked on everything. We have a couple
Oh,
page that she took control of. Like I grew our couple page to like we had like videos with 5 million views and all this stuff. And I wasn't about to touch it or nothing, but I'm like ideally like it would make sense that I get it because I mean I had built it, but I'm pretty sure like she changed the password to it and everything. She ain't deleted nothing yet, but I'm like she probably gonna end up using that for one of her things. But yeah, this ain't no place to be, bro. Being blocked, like not
yeah.
wanting to talk to somebody, not being able to,
Mm-hmm.
like,
It's
nah,
so
man.
hard,
That's
yeah.
why I isolated myself. I'm like, nobody understands. Like my folks, this you just gotta. It's gonna get better. I'm like, I know. Like, I feel like I can be a millionaire 10 years. Like, okay, that's my future. Say that is what it is. But right now, nah, bro.
Yeah, I feel you, bro.
I'm getting,
That's how I am, bro.
but
I think it's dope that neither one of y'all have like these woe is me stories painting y'all exes out to be like just super crazy and
oh, I
doing
have
all
them. I just say, I
huh.
got some. I ain't gonna share them.
No, I
I,
got some too.
I I
But that's
know I can pick out thoughts that are super toxic and wrong, but I still have them though. It's
yeah,
some shit that I feel like it's some shit you just can't really say. But
Right,
no,
right,
no,
right. You
I
can't.
do have my things where it's like no, I'm a victim in that sense. But
yeah,
overall, I know. But most niggas just take it like because a lot of people justify. I think what people mess up is they justify the bad things that they do, and it's
Mhm.
okay to like if you're a good person and you're doing something bad, you had to justify doing it. So whether it was revenge, whether you don't think it's that bad, whatever. Somebody might say, oh, because I don't really like this person, I can do this, whatever. But that's where most people end up believing that lie. Because it was times where therapy helped me. Oh, like damn, I lied to myself. So it's like I think that'd be the big thing with people is they lie to themselves so long, they tell themselves they was a victim, so they never even get the chance to heal.
right.
Because you're blaming. That's why you keep having the same relationships over and over again because you keep having relationships that end because of you, and you're saying it's because of them.
Yeah,
So
No, you gotta like T said, you gotta take accountability. Like, I know it was me. I tell anybody like they be like, why y'all break up because of me? Because I lied. Because I didn't tell the truth. Damn, damn, Jamar, I was expect. Yeah, bro. Why lie? Why continue lying to myself and to other people to paint her out to this bad person? Nah, tell the truth. So
has
that's
that
why I
ever
can feel like, yeah, hmm,
has that ever backfired on you? Like the woman you dealing with now, like she knows you were a liar before.
yeah, I told her
damn,
that.
Trey.
Yeah, no. She's no. I told her, yeah. Yeah, I told her because she
Damn.
asked because women gonna ask like any woman or any man asks that question like what happened to your last relationship? Why did it work out? I used to lie. Work out because she did this. I ain't doing that. I was about to be a good guy, but no, I told her I was like it didn't work out because my attention wasn't good because I just wanted to hit because that was my friend's ex friend. So that's another story for another day. Then I lied to her about us me still being married, but in the process of being in divorce. So she was like, she stopped. She's like, I need to call you back. I gotta process this.
So did that
I'm like,
backfire? You
no,
being
no,
to
it
her
didn't.
lie that make her like wonder if you lying to her about
Well, you
anything else?
backfire for real.
No, it didn't backfire. She just questions a lot of shit, and I'd be like, dog. Because I actually told her today. I actually told her today about my ex. Like I said, it really hit me about. I don't like nobody being depressed, especially my ex. I know what her depressed days look like, and it's not a good one. It's really not, and it scared me. And I told her that, and she was like, "You really want to reach out, don't you?" I said, "I do, but something in the back of my mind is saying, don't do it, because if I reach out, me being me, and
Or
my feelings gonna be like, I'm here for you. What do you need? I'm
open the door back. It's like
that door
touching
back."
dirty hands.
If I could, I would, but I'm blocked on everything. But I absolutely 100% like last night. I for sure would have if I could have, for sure.
No, and it'd be like, man, do I do it? Because I ain't gonna lie, I look back at her. I still got her old pictures. So I ain't gonna. I still got all that. Even
I
I
still
got
have her.
all our. I still got the text messages, all the text messages from the whole year we've been dating. I still got all that. But it's like I don't want to reach
Dude,
out. I don't.
not good.
But like I said, it's she'd be okay, But if I keep hearing it, then that's when I'll reach out. But other than that, you know, February 7th, 2024. That's the last time we talked.
Damn,
So like
yeah. What?
if somebody saw this episode today and they were like, they sent you a message like, so what would your advice be to help me move on or to at least start the process of moving on? Like, what would y'all tell them?
The
I
number
say,
one
talk to
thing,
Trish.
yeah, talk to T. T
I
said
don't
she
know.
gonna remember it. She gonna
I'm
remember
trying to figure out how
everything
to
you
get her
did for me.
back.
In all honesty, I tell them in order for you to move on, you gotta accept it. You gotta accept you're wrong. You have to. That's the number one thing. Accept. That's. I'm gonna leave it at that. You have to accept what you did. Do not blame your other. Don't blame your partner. Blame yourself
Yeah,
because the relationship didn't work.
Yeah,
that's
I say
big.
that's probably the biggest one. Like, try to find, because if the goal is for this to never happen again, you want to just at least eliminate the things that you know about. Like, you're always
Mm-hmm.
gonna have quirks you don't know about it, stuff you do that's toxic you're not aware of. But you need to, I guess, definitely figure out the things that you know you did wrong to remove that. So next time it's even easier to be like, oh, you're tripping because I'm practicing these positive, things. So I say that's the biggest thing because the goal is for it to never happen again. So
Mm-hmm.
you gotta do some inner work.
Yeah.
You know they.
I
You know they say
like
in life there's gonna be three heartbreaks, right? Y'all know that.
you said that, and that was the first time I ever heard that is when you said that.
It's gonna be three heartbreaks we gonna have. The first one is gonna be when we little. And is this all little puppy love, little high school, little middle school? The second love is when it's gonna hurt. That's when you in the dark stage. And the third love is when it's gonna be unexpected. When it's like when
No,
you
I don't
focus
need
on
another
yourself.
one though. I don't
I
need
don't
another.
It's gonna be
know.
I've
I
already had
believe it
two. I don't need another one.
because it's gonna be unexpected when you working on yourself, when you focus, when you're not worried about women or you're not worried about men. That love of the life gonna come into your life and you gonna be the one that break their heart, which I hate to say because you so focused on yourself and they come in
Oh,
your life.
I
you're gonna finally. I think I see. Like you're saying, you're gonna reject somebody because
Yeah,
I think I see what you're saying. Because me
yeah.
personally, I never like once I saw red flags, I would just try to
Mm-hmm.
paint them green. Like I never like
Right.
try to turn you away because I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, I see a red flag, but I'm meeting your dad. And I'm like,
yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
so I can't be mad at you. You're a product of that. I meet somebody and I'm like, okay. So I always just try to, but I do feel like if I was just super just self loved out,
Yeah.
like be like, oh, no, I don't got to deal with that. So I see that because I think it is a heartbreak when you have to leave somebody. Because I feel like she might be pissed at me or whatever, but I feel like we had enough love for this to still feel like a heartbreak for her, even though like she doing it. So yeah, I feel
Y'all,
like you.
y'all, y'all be back together, man.
I don't know.
Y'all put too much time and effort. Like with me, I only been with my partner for a year. So hell, if she don't come back, I won't be hurt. Yeah. At first I was her boohoo crying, but now nah.
Well, I'm like, she
No.
could be talking. My ex-wife could be talking about me like you talk about your ex-wife. So I don't fucking know. We gonna get back together because I could have been that. Like, yeah, my ex-husband. Because I mean, what? That was the one thing. I mean, I had like at times I had bread. So I'm like, taking her to trips and shit. So that could be like, yeah, the trips was nice, the finance was cool, but nigga was annoying, clingy and shit. So shit, who knows? I don't think so though. I truly think she did not fuck with me like really at all. Like I feel like she
Mm.
only fucked with me masking, but I feel like whenever I kind of like not just was being myself, but like I don't know. I just feel like it was parts of my personality. She like it disgusted her, but she tried to hide it for a long time. So
Right.
I'll never know. I'll never know
Hmm.
because I don't feel like she's gonna break the no contact because we've honestly like separated and broke up a few times, and like the one day we break no contact, we are girlfriend and boyfriend the next day because it'd be like it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Amen to that. That's
One
me.
time, like we
Yep.
was like done, like for real, like, and she, man, she got my ass because, bro, literally, I don't know what it. I just remember it was Labor Day. It was Labor Day 2021. That's all I remember. And then we wasn't talking for a minute, and she was like, let's just meet each other real quick. It was just supposed to be something like exchanging something, giving somebody back something. But she put up an only a t-shirt, bro, only a big t-shirt. I'm like,
Oh damn. Oh damn.
bro,
That was a
We
setup.
gonna Hey T,
it was,
we gonna invite special guests. We're gonna invite our exes like how they do on the other podcasts.
Sweet
uh,
Jesus. Let
Uh,
me know in
you
advance.
can
So
say,
I'm gonna fast and pray
I
for that
invite
one.
one of the older ones. I ain't gonna invite her. To y'all might see me. Y'all don't want to know.
heck, I
Like,
never do
I'm
that. I'll be like,
start just talking to her like, please. No, but no, yeah, I definitely invite her. I feel like it's some exes, or it's at least one ex who I low key want to invite the girl who like had blocked me and shit and said I don't love you at all and all that shit. I low key because I still like I've actually talked to her. I've actually bought weed for her.
right, see, let's do it. I'll be looking on TikTok, other podcasts be doing. They be like, what's one thing that I could have changed? Ask them questions.
Woo! I don't want to play that. No, y'all can do that. That
Mm.
I ain't
T
trying
be
to
like,
that.
oh hell, T gonna be, I'm gonna jump through the phone.
Yeah.
No, so our next episode weekend. So y'all want to bring a guest on for the next episode?
Yeah, we can. I mean, who gonna bring the first one? I mean, I got a couple females that
Not
be
that one.
asking me.
It's like super heavy trying to get on here, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so I'm supposed to make the forums. I'm gonna make the forum so we can just have it to choose from, and then like we can just end up start scheduling people and go from there. But yeah, I want to talk to couples like some like a. The goal is to talk to one person who is going through a heartbreak, like boy and girl. So a girl who going through a heartbreak solo, boy who going through a heartbreak solo, a couple who is going through like a rough patch. I want to talk to the couple on the podcast, and then a happily married couple. Like that's my four that I'm trying to go for, and then whatever else, and then like some divorce lawyers and shit for sure. Like I want to get
right.
they like what they feel on stuff. But I think we did. Yeah, we did pretty good here. Like I mean, I know it's
That was
gonna
good.
be. I'm scared to get deeper because I didn't even. It's some. I've had some even worse. I don't think I've had worse than old girl, but I've had some pretty bad stories that I ain't told about. I ain't gonna lie.
When we gonna
We
meet
gonna
up in
see.
person?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, so
Is the weather
damn,
about
I
to
be
break?
shit. I don't be leaving the house. I ain't gonna lie. I be. I it ain't been. I've been going. I've been chilling, man. I ain't really been going out. I'm trying to get through this shit my damn self.
I'm already here.
But y'all low key helping though to hear like the way because to hear that you had those nights where you were crying like that because I'm like those be the cries and people like you're not really crying nothing coming out like no like my
And that's
soul is breaking.
like that's that one
Uh,
time gotta really trust God to know you enough to know what your soul is crying, because you can't get the words out, you can't get the
Man,
sound out. Like,
I
bro.
was
And it
at
could be
work.
a thought. You can go sitting, chilling, smiling to just
Yeah, that's how I
man.
was. I was at work. Like I was on TikTok. Something on TikTok be popping up. Oh man, what?
man.
My students be like, "Mr. Haynes, you good?" I'd be like, "Yeah, man, go ahead and do chapter 5."
I couldn't. I'm glad I'm not. Man, I couldn't be no teacher. I couldn't deal with nothing right now.
Yeah,
But man,
I teach ASD adults, man. That's kind of it's a blessing, but it's kind of struggling at the heart, because some of the kids I teach is nonverbal, but it's a rewarding though. I love it. I love it.
that's hard. That's hard. But yeah, y'all. We gon' Well, I guess I'll make the forum, and then now we got Discord built, so we'll just have to. Our followers, we almost up to like 50 followers. Like these last two clips been doing pretty well, and I've been just testing shit out. So I'm gonna start like just posting like 3 times a day every day and making sure we good there. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we go out Discord. Y'all can start inviting people to the Discord. I don't know if y'all want to name it something else, but I named the chat Heartbreak Hotel. I named it in Discord. Invite people
Oh, that
there.
sounds nice.
People can tell they heartbreak stories. People can help other people, validate other people in their heartbreak. And then we'll also have like a chat to talk about like episodes in and stuff. But yeah,
My
that's
thing,
what's on my list.
when you make the post, I be trying to respond to everybody so it'll make the comments jump. What I struggle with is on your post, Mars, somebody was like, go to the gym and you will find love or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I hopped a comment so fast, and then I was like, nah, let me delete that, because he ain't even talking to dude like that. But yeah, I don't be on that. If I rock with you, like, I don't do that whole online bullying stuff. Like,
Yeah,
no, do that. My mouth
yeah,
is real.
I be reading it. I'll be like,
And
man,
like,
get the hell out. I respond
yeah,
Oh,
to some people.
I
because
don't
now
go
I know you now.
myself.
Because now you know that most of people, that's just a reflection of themselves they're throwing at you. Like that ain't even because you don't know me, so you can't be something you don't know me. Type of thing.
Right. That's why
Yeah,
I don't give that
it's
person that energy, bro.
for me, like, I'd be cool for me because I know, like, my mouth can get real slick and I know what I can say before it be like, oh, she's a content creator and she's aggressive. Like, no, you came on my, like, no. But with somebody else that I rock with, like, I don't like that. So when I saw that comment, I was like, oh, absolutely not. I wrote through the whole paragraph. Then I erased it. And then I told him, like, you can't talk about nobody going to the gym when you look like that. But then I
Oh
erased it.
damn.
Like, I
Good
ain't gonna
look,
say,
see, yeah, I don't be playing that.
I
I
ain't.
don't pay nobody no
Let's see
mind.
that. I even see it. They gonna get the
So I
cooking
want
meat.
y'all to know, like, I do be wanting to take up for y'all, but I don't want it to be like they ain't even professional.
No, they
What
gonna
up?
be cooking in the whole tooth from like a basketball incident a couple years back. Been so busy, ain't got to get in there for them to. Because I'm gonna need them to do a lot. Because the tooth got chipped and then it just gone now. But once I get to talking and laughing, then you gonna have to ignore all the ones coming from my teeth because they gonna be coming, and I don't even
Oh man.
care.
Yeah, I don't
Because
care
I'm
either,
like,
bro.
it's just something I gotta go get fixed. But that's gonna help it. The hate be making shit go viral anyway. So
For
Yeah,
real, for real.
it really does. My insecurity be my face because I've never had adult acne. So now it's like I'm seeing a dermatologist and they like try all these different type of stuff. And then when you post videos and stuff, like it be right there in your face. And I was like, dang, all right, God, if somebody say something today, like I don't know if I like Jesus today. Like I might just want to just clap back at him. So I don't know. Just pray for me
No,
because
I
someday
always pray for y'all.
I'll be praying for
we
Pray
y'all
for
gonna
too.
get
y'all
it together.
nonstop.
Yeah, I'll be praying for y'all too.
Family at the end of the day. That's all that matters, man.
The better that game. I think this was a really good episode for our first one. And we gonna only get better. Um, Trish, I'm gonna send the Discord again, or yeah, I'm gonna get you in Discord. So then we'll have our chat in Discord. That's just easier for me because I don't really be. I manage too many different pages and like it's so many different notifications that come through and y'all's always get lost. So the Discord gonna be cool because I do a lot of stuff on Discord, so that'll help too. But
All
I
right.
send that, y'all. Any last thoughts before we jump off today?
Oh no. Any last thoughts, man? Just I'm gonna go off. Time heals, fellas. Time heals. And
I would,
remember, always keep striving for greatness. Keep God first. That's all I gotta say.
yeah, I would say like just allow yourself to acknowledge the fact that you've been hurt without feeling like you got to bounce back from it tomorrow. And do not ask God for 20 million signs that you're supposed to get back with this person when he already showed you you're not supposed to be with them. Like, I do believe that sometimes, like, God needs to do his thing. Like, y'all break up, he works on both of y'all do y'all like, I do believe that is, but I think more often than not, you just need to work on yourself, become a better partner for yourself and then somebody else. Like, I don't believe in meeting your better half. Like, I feel like both of y'all should be 100% when y'all come together. So focusing on healing every day while drowning out the people telling you, like, you got to move on tomorrow. It's been long enough. It's been 3 months. Like, you don't get to tell me how long it takes to heal from something that broke me as badly as it did.
There it is.
All right, yeah. I'll leave it there. Like, just to add, just don't always be the victim in your story, because you can't grow as the victim. You gotta, even if you are the victim, sometimes it's really good to try to find something. I just always say blame yourself for everything, because then you got control of what happens next. So that's what I'm trying to do. It sucks, but
Take accountability. Once you take
yeah.
accountability of action, this would be so much smoother.
Yeah, I'm about that just to let y'all know. Like, this whole moving on thing, I'm gonna make a video about it.